They had keys, actual house keys, kept for decades, passed down to children, to grandchildren, to people born in refugee camps who had never once seen the doors those keys were meant to open. That is the Nakba. In 1948, when the State of Israel was declared, roughly 750,000 Palestinians were driven from their homes. Some fled the fighting, many were pushed out at gunpoint. By the end of that year, over 500 villages had been destroyed, entire communities gone. This did not happen by accident. In March 1948, military leadership finalized what they called Plan Dalet. The plan explicitly called for the destruction of villages through burning and explosives. Populations that resisted were to be expelled. Those are not interpretations. Those are the words in the document. One of the first major operations was the assault on the village of Deir Yassin, April 9, 1948. Paramilitary forces killed over 100 civilians, women, elderly, children. Israeli filmmaker Nata Shoshani spent years tracking down the last surviving participants. Some broke their silence on camera for the first time. The testimonies are hard to process, even now. The news spread fast, and that was the point. Whole towns evacuated. Fear did the rest. Israeli historian Benny Morris spent years in military archives documenting what actually happened. His conclusion, the expulsions were deliberate, systematic, and known to leadership. Ilan Pappé, another Israeli historian, went further, calling it exactly what it was. In 1967, it happened again. The Six-Day War brought Israeli control over the West Bank and Gaza. Another 280,000 to 325,000 Palestinians were displaced. The Israeli settlement movement was born. Settlements appeared across the West Bank within years. They never stopped. And then there are the soldiers who came back. Breaking the Silence is an Israeli organization founded in 2004 by veterans who served in the occupied territories. Over 1,500 former soldiers have now testified. They describe orders to fire on buildings without confirming whether anyone was inside. Rules of engagement where entire areas were treated as hostile, not because of evidence, but because of location. Many of these soldiers were 18, 19 years old. Several have said publicly they came home different people, that the lies told by their own government were harder to carry than anything they witnessed. Today in the West Bank, the UN documented over 1,700 Palestinian structures demolished in 2024 alone. Families are forced to pay for the demolition of their own homes. The keys are still there. The doors are long gone. But the logic behind it, that part is still running.